much to celebrate. There is one love. There is one power. There is one life eternal. God lives through me. Sing that with me. There is one love. There is one power. There is one life eternal. God lives through me. I am that love. I am that power. I am that life eternal. God lives through me. There is one love. There is one power. There is one life eternal. God lives through me. I am that love. I am that power. I am that life eternal. God lives through me. I rise in love. I rise in love. I rise in love. Love is the way to be. All that I am to be, is rising every day in love. I sing of love. I sing of love. I sing of love, singing its song through me. All that I am is love's melody. I'm singing every day in love. I yield to love. I yield to love. I yield to love, for love is all I see. All that I am is love rising as me. I'm yielding every day to love. All right, now everybody stand up out of your chairs, shake it off, give me a little clap. All right, here we go. Sway into that. We're gonna sing I Rise in Love one more time. Here we go. Rising every day in love. Rising every day in love. Rising every day. Rising every day. Rising every day in love. Let's do that again.
Well, good morning. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here this morning. And I want to start with our vision mission statement that states Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living is an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. We're so glad that you've tuned in today. Happy Easter and welcome to our service. We know that you have a lot of different opportunities to watch on Sunday morning or wherever you're watching. And we're just glad that you found us. Here you are, you've made it, and we're so glad you're here with us. I would like to introduce Nan Bankston, the practitioner of the day, practitioner and also ministerial student. Nan?
Well, welcome and happy Easter. Here we are, and we're all together, even if we're not together. It's a wonderful thing, isn't it? So, again, this week I have some announcements. We're very especially grateful this Easter for Louis Milano's assistance and support in creating our new and improved videos, and we've heard a lot of great feedback. And of course, we have our license with empower.org so that we can use more music, and that should be most enjoyable. We may not be able to gather together, at our center, but we are all one, so just enjoy the service. On Wednesday, we have our weekly prayer and meditation Zoom meeting, and that information is in your e-newsletter. It's at 8:45 that the room opens, so people can have a chance to visit and chit-chat for a few minutes before we start the prayer and meditation time for 15 minutes. We had 16 people on the call on Wednesday this last week, so it was quite exciting. Everybody got a chance to visit for a few minutes, and it was a wonderful time. The Unexpected Income Program, I have an update for that, and the Unexpected Income Fund now has $2,826.26, which reflects an enormous $28,260 of unexpected income for the participants who have been engaged in that program. Great gratitude for that, I would say. For those of you who have been participating in the Unexpected Income Program, please know that you can continue to mail your checks made out to GPCSL with the notation that it is for the Unexpected Income Fund. The program was to complete on March 29th, but it's still kind of going along, and we'll have more information in the weeks to come, actually in the days to come, because we're not planning on having these services online for the rest of our lives. So it'll be a short time, and we'll have more information about how the program will continue when we're back in service, when we can be all together. Excuse me again. I have an additional message from our practitioners. Our ecclesiastical team of practitioners wants you to know that we are here for you during this challenging time. We are available by phone for live prayer, or if you would just like to chat. Use the link on our website to find the practitioner that you would like to visit with. There's lots of information there about the practitioners. You may also submit your prayer requests on our website, and our practitioners will continue to pray for you the whole week, just like we do when you put in the yellow prayer request forms here in the box. And also, don't forget to say the demonstrations. We'd love to hear about those at this time also. Our practitioners continue to pray daily for our congregants, our community, our country, and our world. And we are here to partner with you in love with Spirit. So now, if you'll join me at the gong, we'll begin the ecclesiastical portion of our service. So now, if you join me in the gratitude, it's in your newsletter. I give thanks for every new experience today brings. And now we will sing We Are One. Treasure, would you help me out with that, please?
We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one. We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one.
Oh, thank you, Treasure. That's such a beautiful song, and we are one, whether we can be together or not. There's only one of us here, there's only one of us everywhere. So I am Nan Bankston, as Reverend Stephen said, and it's my pleasure to have you be here with us today. It is Easter Sunday. I did not wear an Easter bonnet, but that's okay. Our table practitioner today is Universal Spirit. Universal Spirit is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to receive your silent or spoken prayers wherever you are, any time of the day or night, and will welcome you with open arms of love. And so here it is, right with us today, everywhere with you, we are one. Our flowers today are courtesy of Judy Taylor, and today's prayer, if you'll join me in reading that now, it's in your e-news. Today, I am open to great changes in my life, and I claim the highest expression of who I am. And now we will sing I Am Love. Again, Treasure and Dave.
I am, I am, I am loved. I am, I am, I am loved. The love of God is in my life. I am loved.
Since today is Easter, and it's a very special high holy time for Christians, it's also holy times right now for the Jewish friends that we have. It's a special time of remembering who we are and what we are, and how we rise up. As the song said, we rise up in love. And during these times, I'd like to share today a special reading from Dr. Ernest Holmes. He said, "You and I should look across the new horizon of the greater possibility that resides within us and meet the living God and feel the embrace of its presence and come at last to know the infallibility of its power. From out of the great mind that is God, the way of life is made perfect and straight and immediate. It is made happy and whole and prosperous. We should awake to the living presence of the eternal God within each one of us and enter into a realization of a new peace and joy. As we come to surrender all littleness and all fear and doubt, that great river of life flowing from the mind of God will renew our vigor, remake our strength, ennoble our being, heal our bodies, and bring peace to our hearts as our thoughts are cleared of all that is unlike that which created us. They become receptacles for the outpouring of all that is good, wonderful, and true. God's love always embraces us. Its wisdom is always within us, and its joy is ours to share. Abundant life is everywhere. And so now, if you'll join me in the silence for a few minutes, just knowing that God's love embraces you wherever you are, that God's wisdom is guiding us always, and just taking that into your heart center. Feel the joy of the oneness with that spirit of life. And just now returning to this time and space, just know that all is well in your soul. All is well in the heart of the universe. All is well in the mind of God and in the heart of Spirit. And that heart of Spirit dwells within you. And the peace of Spirit dwells within you always. And so on this Easter, rise up and know that you are one with all that is. And so it is. And now we'll hear from Spirit Sound, and then we'll have Reverend Stephen's talk.
You will do amazing deepest answers come when you're indoors having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things.
Well, hello. Happy Easter. This year's theme is 2020 Vision, and the theme for April is Bright Beginnings. And my talk title for today is Broken Open. We are literally being broken open at this time. Now's the time to break out of our shells, if you will. Break out of our comfort zones and our old ways of being, and more deliberately, to break out of our old way of believing. We're being asked to believe bigger, to expand our consciousness. We are midwifing ourselves, or are being midwifed into an entirely new way of being and believing. We are each merging and beginning to be resurrected by something entirely new and different. Just as a plant seed breaks open so that the plant can grow, just as a chick pecks at the inside of the shell so that it may release that world and step into a new one. Just as the caterpillar goes into its cocoon and the butterfly struggles to emerge, we are being asked to go through that same experience right now in the midst of this global transition. Last week I called it the collective transformative experience, because we're all kind of going through it at the same time. Right now there's a heightened awareness about just about everything. Anais Nin wrote, "And the time came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom." Or, when the pain of hanging on to an old idea is greater than the pain of embracing a new one. We are each here to learn and to grow and to blossom. We are here to claim and live our highest potential and expression. This calls for us to move through the challenges and changes in our lives in a smooth and graceful way, or in this case, a not so graceful way. But there is a grace to everything that's going on, if you look for it. We are being asked to release those old things and thoughts that no longer serve us, to move to new arenas, new areas that call us up to a higher place in consciousness. Can you feel it? We are literally being resurrected to a new idea. We're being called up to a new level in consciousness. And I'm sure you can feel it. Some experience it as struggle and challenge and possibly some fear. And that's okay. It's okay to be in fear when you're in uncharted territory. We are in the midst of a global reset. So what we need to do is stop. Go within and remember who we are. Now, I don't know about your world, but my world has pretty much stopped. I'm being forced to go within. And I've heard it said that if you don't go within, you go without. This process of change begins in our consciousness, our awareness, and moves from our thoughts to our words to our lives. The metaphysical interpretation of each Easter is this, and traditionally, today is celebrated for the death and the resurrection of Jesus the Christ. Yet, metaphysically, this day stands for a process that we all go through continuously. The death of some part of our old self and our being reborn or evolving into something new. That's happening in a big way right now. Ernest Holmes wrote, "The resurrection is the death of the belief that we are separated from God. God did not die." The Easter story presents the defining principle for both traditional and metaphysical Christianity in both cases. Easter illustrates that life, not death, is the truth behind all appearances to the contrary. We celebrate Easter in the spring because all around us we see the resurrection of new life from the dry stalks and branches of apparent death, and we marvel at the power and the proliferation of this mysterious force that we call life. In metaphysics, we invoke the principle of resurrection in our current affairs by dying to or letting go of the old ideas, old thoughts, old thought patterns, and beliefs, by affirming new ones, by doing spiritual practice, praying, visioning, and meditation, and by taking new action in our lives. We are being asked to rethink a lot of things right now. Usually, we are all in different stages of resurrection, in different areas of our life, our career, our relationship, our finances, our spiritual growth, fill in the blank. Some areas may be blossoming and growing, while others are moving through the pain of endings. But at this time in our global history, we are all moving through pain all at the same time. There's never been another time like this. It truly is a resurrection experience this Easter. We are all being asked to make big changes. Why is this happening now? Because it's now. The reason we have not yet been revealed is because it's not to be revealed yet. We don't know exactly what it's all about, but I can give you a clue. Most of us want to move through this space very quickly, don't we? There is something new to be known. I don't know what it is for everyone. I don't even know what it is for myself right now. But I can tell you that something new is being born, is being birthed through this experience. So it is important for us to fully experience being in the unknown at this time. This is part of the experience, is the not knowing. William Bridges, in his book Transitions, called this the void or the neutral zone. We are all being broken open at the same time, right now. This time between death, endings, and the resurrection, new beginning, is where our soul and consciousness readies itself for our next expression. And that's where we are right now. We're still in the cocoon. Shortchanging this process can lead to repeating old patterns and mistakes. So let's not do a spiritual bypass and just pretend it's just going to be the same way it was, because everything's changing. Let's not miss the meaning in this deeper meaning of what we are collectively walking through right now at this time. At a certain point, we will become aware of the need to break open to the new. Our intuition will tell us that we have learned what we need to learn from this situation and our time in the neutral zone. Life circumstances will point us to new doors, new opportunities that are emerging for us right now. When we know that it is time and that we are ready, we must allow the newness to emerge. And that's what's happening. There's a new energy being reformulated right now. Unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. There's a lot of planning going on right now. Life is always creating new challenges through which to express itself. Our work is to make ourselves as open as possible to the renewing energy of this resurrecting force, so that every point of our experience may expand and flourish. You've got to let go completely. Now, this may mean that you go and you have a good cry somewhere. I have done that a few times myself, because I'm trying to hold on to the way things used to be. So, are you sealed in the tomb of fear and negation? Worried about your future and uncertain about the outcome of our current situation? Then let's begin to break open together and release this fear and affirm that the resurrecting power of life that knows what it's doing is now lifting us beyond all restrictions and beyond all certainty. That's where our faith is. That their life is full of new possibilities, and those possibilities are unfolding right now, like the spring bud bursting all around us for life. Let us break open our minds to God's resurrecting power right here and right now, right where we are, and enjoy the blessings of a transformed life experience. Because we will be on the other side of this, but we just need to pray ourselves through this. So in conclusion, today is Easter. It is the perfect day to call us to examine our lives and what our reason is for being here. We are all in the midst of something that is transforming us right before our very eyes. We all are being broken open at the same time and living in the void right now. Let's be okay in the mystery together. Feeling uncomfortable and not knowing what is coming next is natural during this time, and it's okay to feel uncomfortable in that situation. Relax. Double your spiritual practice. And if you don't have a spiritual practice, start one and then double it. Let's move our consciousness into faith. Begin by bringing to mind what you believe the infinite is to you. What do you believe God is to you? Call it source energy, great spirit. That's your business, whatever you want to call it. I think we can agree that there is a power. And as we move our focus from the challenge to the power, we let it do its great work. We just have to concentrate on what we believe God is. Just begin thinking about God instead of the challenge. That's where our work needs to be. Where our lives are being broken is into the newness, to new ways of being, where our lives are being broken to birth something new. Something new is emerging, and birth can be painful, but there is a way through it. Concentrate on your faith. So I pray that we may see the value in this time and not think that this isn't happening for a great reason. Each step of this process, as we walk through these challenging times together, we are being broken open for something wonderful. And so it is. So I'd like to lead you in prayer right now. If you'd like to close your eyes, if that's comfortable for you, or just take a soft focus on something, let's go within together. Remember who we are. I invite you to bring to the forefront of your consciousness what you believe the power of creation is. You can call it whatever you like. God, Christ consciousness, Jesus the Christ, source energy, great spirit. That power is on all the time, doing exactly what needs to be done in exactly the right timing. And it is happening right here and right now. As each one of us is a divine outpicturing, a demonstration of that source energy. And as such, we are all walking through something together right now. I call forth the love. I call forth the healing. I call forth the blessings of this time. I don't deny that there are challenges, but I turn my attention to the creative genius of the universe. I turn my attention to the love of the universe, not to deny the challenges, but not to give them any more power over us. Whatever we are walking through, with faith and the trust in the universal principle of wholeness, healing, and divine right action, I know each one of us is being supported individually and collectively by the source of all power. So I call that forth. And we live that in this moment, saying, thank you, divine infinite spirit. Thank you, divine love of the universe, as that fountain of love wells over within us and spills out into everything that we are. We are bathed in the elixir of white healing light, knowing that no matter what is going on, there is a power that knows what it's doing, and we call that forth. We give great thanks for the healing and the revealing of truth right here and right now. And we let go. We release this prayer treatment directly into the living, loving law of mind, where it is returned to us in our faith, in our belief, and our ability to walk through any storm. So I let go, and I let God be God as everything that truly is, as we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. I want you to know that I am here for you. If you need to talk to somebody, you can call me. You can email me. My phone number is Reverend Steve at 818-437-6829. And I look forward to praying with you if there's anything you need. Well, it's time for our offertory. So if you want to find wherever your offertory button is and click that, we are going to recite our offertory prayer, and it's in your e-news, and it goes like this. My abundance is constantly renewed as I share my good with love. I want to thank you for attending our service and for giving. Let's bless our offertory now. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They are evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good work in the world. They bless the giver and the receiver. They are returned into this community in a way that allow this Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living to be available online, here, ready to open our doors when the time is right. We are so blessed to have this service, and we take full advantage by sending love to everyone as we affirm it together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you, Dave. I'd like to give special thanks again to Louis Milano for assisting us with our video and helping us with all of our AV needs. It helps so much to have people that know what they're doing, and we're so grateful to him. Our ecclesiastical team of practitioners want you to know that we are here for you during this challenging time and at all times. We are available by phone for live prayer, or if you would like to just chat. Use the link on our website to our practitioner page for information about the practitioner of your choice. You may also submit a prayer request on our website, and our practitioners and I will pray for you for a week, just like we always have. Our practitioners continue to pray daily for our congregants, for our community, our country, and for our world. We are here to partner with you in spirit. So it is. And it's time for our closing song and benediction.
May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy.
Okay, it's time for our benediction, so please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It's happening in my mind,
It's happening in my mind,
in my body,
in my body,
and in the body of my affairs.
in the body of my affairs.
I think it,
I think it,
I feel it,
feel it,
and I know it.
I know it,
Just the way that it is,
just the way it is,
and just the way that it is not.
just the way it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Have an awesome week. I'll see you back here next week. And until then, know you are blessed. And so it is. Namaste.